I could be having that mixed up, but what's up, people? We're back here again, and I have an intro for you and some friends with me as well. So let's dive into it. It's your boy SLICIN. Welcome to episode 472, Lessons Learned in Terror, Child's Play 2019, baby. And shout out to Wu-Tang because Lessons Learned is the song. Link is down below in the description. But before we dive into this, I just want to share a few things with you guys. I'm going to start with the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Hamill. You may or may not know, this is not his first voiced killer role. Actually, that was the Crown Prince of Crime, which is one of my favorite villains of all time, the Joker. Yes, he voiced the Joker. Animated, of course, but he did. He also played another legendary character way back in the day. This character was the son of Darth Vader. And if you don't know who that is, here's where you can find the answers. Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, over on Popcorn and Pints. Those guys know their shit. They really do. Especially that scene snob one over there. He really knows this shit. And back into this film. If you've missed it, if you've seen the 2019 film, but if you've missed this part, this scene, you know, where the kids are sitting down at Andy's and they're watching a movie, they're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Yes, with Chop Top. Thought that was kind of fun. Thought that was cool. I love when movies do that. And then I got a couple other things to tell you guys. Some fun stuff. With Chucky, of course. This is the Chucky stuff. And then we're going to get right into the episode. So they changed. Chucky went from a good guy doll to the buddy doll. So we got a name brand change. And then he went from battery operated to voodoo operated. And from that and the new one, as we know, to an AI doll with a killer freaking glitch, people. And we're going to talk about all this and more. So make sure you tune in. Stay put. We're going to be friends till the end. Welcome to the madness. Friends till the end, people. Friends till the end. And you got a little education.
Cool. Liked it.
But yeah, so we're talking about Chucky from 2019. And this is my second time watching it. First time I saw it was in theaters.
This is the first time I've seen it.
And honestly, I was completely wrong with my previous thoughts from this movie, from like in between watching it, seeing the Megan movie, and like up till today. This movie's really not bad. This movie is really not bad at all. And it has some cool kills in it. I think the biggest thing that hurts it is just because they called it Chucky. And that whole aspect, if they would have called this thing, they could have made this a My Buddy doll, even had a different, similarities to it, but say make it look completely different than Chucky, different facial features, different colors. Don't even give it to Chucky.
Yeah, they took away the Charles Ray story, man.
But
I like that part of the fucking shit.
I'm not mad at that though. Like, again, I feel if this movie has a different title with the same story in it, different title, it's probably a lot better. It's probably a lot better in people's eyes.
Well, can I ask you guys a question about this movie in regards to the original? Do you think in today's world, in a mainstream movie remake, you could pull off the killer soul in the doll? Is that as believable today as it was back in the 80s?
That's a good point.
I just don't think it is,
I was even thinking just more so of the fact with the technology and the AI shit you already have the fears that people have of that, and then you have just the cool shit that it can do that kids love in general. So I feel like that's like the kind of perfect merge and perfect mix as we've seen in this movie. They did a really good job with that. I wish they did more with the technology in Chucky though, throughout the movie. Even if it was just little shit here and there. Because it felt like when they did it, it was kind of all together, or damn near back to back. Like with the guy in the basement with the cameras and all that stuff and the saw and the heat going up. Not so long after that, the police officer's mother with the car and the car service and all that with the automatic cars. Elon, you better pay attention to this shit. All joking aside, people will fucking try to crash your computer just to do it. Why wouldn't they try to do that to your vehicle?
True.
Not throwing those ideas out there for
I
people.
say a important person's riding in that vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust that shit. The only way I trust it is if Batman's the one that made it. I trust the Batmobile. That's it. And I know that's not real. So I don't trust Elon shit, is what I'm getting at. And this movie proves why. This movie shows you why, though. Like, all joking aside, this
is more realistic side, the AI, especially how AI's becoming these days.
Yeah.
I mean, to smarter and smarter.
We have, like, every single one of us has an Alexa, which, Alexa, remind me to tune into Horror with SLICIN every Tuesday and Thursday. Remind me for the rest of the year, please.
I've never heard my Alexa say "fuck you" before.
Oh. That's fine. But anyway,
only white. Like that. What Alexa? You only listen to white-owned podcasts?
This one's definitely black-owned, baby. Just like you, Alexa. You're black. I own one of them. But anyway, though, but
we're getting a Google.
I may get one too. But that's the fun stuff with that. That's the fun stuff with technology. But then there's also, like I said, there's so much shit you can control with just your fucking phone. With that. Now imagine you have this dial, and then it's, not possessed. It's fucking malfunctioned. It's fucking it has a glitch. Someone just turned all the safety shit off. Like, no, do what the fuck you want. You just fucking learn the world and you do that shit. Whatever you feel feels right, do it. And he did. He did. But before we really dive into this, I got a question for you guys. Which did you prefer, voodoo or AI? For you, like, which do you two prefer?
It's a good one. I like that.
I'm more paranormal. I have to say voodoo.
I'm
not on the bandwagon of this AI stuff yet.
I get it, but
like, I didn't see Megan yet.
You should check it out. I was gonna say we should. I want to stick with it, but like outside of, before you even add the Megan thing, though, before you compare it to you didn't see it yet. Before you compare it to that, which there'll be something coming up with that. But just as a Chucky movie, just as a Child's Play movie, how do you guys feel with the AI versus the voodoo? That should be a better way.
The voodoo. I liked how it was a serial killer put into a doll and became a fucking killer doll.
Yeah, I like that's. It's such a. All right. It's such a, like, it gets me into a philosophical mood, this question, because there's so much, these two movies you can compare to each other in a way that's like into our times. And what I mean by that is like I said, the voodoo soul curse thing wouldn't work in today's world and be a mainstream movie. You can make like a straight to video movie or straight to streaming sort of thing that way, but why? Perfect example. Art the Clown didn't do it until Terrifier 2 or Terrifier 2.
Yeah, Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
So and by that point it's so fantastical you're okay with it. So I don't think it could exist as a mainstay. So I respect each time, but that makes me realize how much more I appreciate growing up in a time where the voodoo one is still cool as hell to me.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, I agree with both of you with the voodoo one. Yes, because of the nostalgia, but more so because it's so fucking cool still. Like, it still holds up to this day. I watched it earlier today because it was the remake versus not a versus thing, but I was like, I just want to refresh it with the remake or with the original. I haven't seen it in a little while, so why not watch it again? And I'm just like, wow, this is just such a fun watch. It's such a good watch. And the Charles Lee Wright thing, just because of how they tie it in nowadays, even with the show, which I do got to catch up on, but how they tie it in with the show more, it makes me like the voodoo / love the voodoo version even more because of that, like how, that story continued. And honestly, this one, unfortunately, they only made one of these films. Like, I wouldn't have minded if they made, I would have loved if they would have made maybe one more, maybe one or two.
They're not going to try to make another one?
I doubt it. No,
this is dead. It didn't do well enough. And
so this movie right here, they took multiple Chucky movies and blended them, because some of his movies, like in the Toy Story, when he took over, kind of like Brainiac type shit. He fucking took over. Ultron. took over all the other dolls.
Yeah.
It reminded me of I forgot what Chucky it was. What's the one where he could spread the curse, the voodoo shit into all the other dolls?
I believe that was
Chucky,
the cult.
right?
The Cult of Chucky, and then in the series.
Chucky. So it was the same thing. He had fucking a million of them running around.
Well, so to that point then, and thinking about it, and like when you see Megan, I think the reason that we all agree that Megan works is because Megan looks like a real girl.
Yeah.
Like she looks like a human that isn't threatening when first looked at. It's like, oh, it's a doll. It's just a life-size doll. That's great. But then when you are watching, you're like, oh, this thing's horrifying. And that's why Ex Machina worked too. Ex Machina is a good example of that. It was a life-sized. It was AI and it was a robot, but it wasn't weird.
Mm-hmm.
This, I feel like, trying to make it. They should have just redesigned Chucky.
Yeah.
You know, do it sort of like how Megan did it. Give him red hair, whatever. I don't care. Call him Chucky. Fine. But this AI wasn't believable as a killer. You know, I think the reason that we believe Chucky in the old Child Play movies is because when it comes with the voodoo, you can believe he's really trying to kill the cat, the people, all this stuff. Yeah, he may be at a disadvantage for being small.
Yeah.
But the AI doesn't know it's at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a weird thing, but I just don't think it worked the way they did it with that doll.
Get to the comments. 3 Geeks.
Yeah, where the hell?
I agree.
He knows all about this.
The remake should have been called something different. I agree with that. And the
like you said, they should have just called it Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. My buddy, boom. And make it look completely different.
Or just name it Friends to the End or something like that.
But you don't even have to do that though. You don't have to connect it with that at all. I'd say just like you said, just call it Buddy. Don't make it look like make it look like I don't fucking know.
This or like the version 2, the blonde hair. Or the teddy bear one. The teddy bear one.
Something.
Buddy the bear.
Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin. Isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Or no, it's Buddy the Bear, the thing in the movie. That's right. That's right.
You keep sticking shit in my back, I'll show you. I'll stick something in yours. I used to have one. You put the cassette tape in his back, and it tells you a story.
I remember those.
Because I didn't have a father to tell me stories, so I had Teddy Ruxpin.
He was the best. He was my friend. He was like, "I love you forever." Yeah. I was like, "Dad."
Oh man.
Then I watched Chucky. Went in, looked at my Teddy Ruxpin, and I was like, "What's up?" And I still laid there.
I had a My Buddy.
My brother had one.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah.
I wish.
I wanted it. He wouldn't let me have it.
No.
He didn't like. He was like, "No, it's Chucky." He didn't like watch it. He didn't care for. He's not into movies and shit like me, so he just didn't want me to have it. Fucker.
That's got to be a collector's item now.
Yeah, I don't have it no more. That's another thing. Threw it out. I hate that. I wish I could go back in time and keep all my toys. I had the Millennium Falcon.
I have that somewhere. Oh, it's over there.
My brother had the Buddy doll. I had my He-Man toys. I had
my Elf.
I had the original Optimus Prime.
All those toys. New Job was on some horror shit.
I would have a My Buddy. I did have a My Buddy.
I didn't. I wish I did. I want one now. But
why?
I'm not paying $300. Why not? Someone to talk to.
Wait. This bunny or the My Buddy from the 80s?
80s. Shit, why not both?
Because this one kills people.
Well, not that exact one. I mean, just, the replica.
They didn't make when this movie came out, they didn't make nothing like we can get one of these dolls that looks like him. Like, doll.
I didn't see anything.
That would have fucking murdered somebody back in the day. I'm sure there was.
I haven't seen anything, but I'm sure they had to make something. But
there got to be some kind of merchandise, right?
Oh, there's tons of merchandise. You can find Chucky merchandise, and they're all over, and you can find it where it looks kid friendly. But in the 80s, did they have it? No way. They didn't like Freddy was the big proponent of merchandise.
And Jason with the mask. That's it. It was just
No,
a
not
mask.
even, like, they would sell the mask, yeah, and not even like a lookalike of the mask. They would sell like that old,
the white, just a hockey
one.
mask.
Yeah.
That glows in the dark. Yeah. But you knew. But the thing was,
I was Jason multiple years for Halloween.
Here's the cool thing about that, though. Like,
because I was poor.
The cool thing about that, though, was it was like they were just like, listen, man. Either I don't know if it was if it had nothing to do with the rights for the movie and selling the mask and all that. If it's like, listen, this shit's too fucking scary for these kids. Let's just do this version of it, and let's make it glow in the dark. Yeah, and boom, it's gonna sell. And what fucking happened? We all had one.
Genius.
I was Freddy one year for Halloween when I was in elementary school. I had the hat and I had the glove with the plastic claws.
Dude,
I wish I had that still.
My uncle had that. My uncle was only like 3 years older than me. He had that. And like I got scared of everything as a kid. I loved horror. I was attracted to it. But I was terrified by it. Like it still does. Horror gets to me, and I love that I can still have that.
I wish I still had that. I miss
it. It's so fucking boring if you don't. You know, like why?
No, I still enjoy it. I just that's why I think that's what excites me because I'm waiting for that movie to do that to me again.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't get me wrong. I jump. I mean, I smoke a lot. I get a lot of, I smoke a lot of weed before I watch movies.
Yeah,
but I do jump and stuff like that. But like the actual fear with the heart racing and all that, and just like tense.
It's been a long time since I had that. Very long time.
No, the newer ones will get me. I'll allow them to because I'll allow myself. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
Wait. When I was drowning on my show. Nowhere to be found.
My girlfriend and her kid just left, so I'm free now. That's why I wasn't on.
I see where my friends lie, and I remember last week when I was left in the lurch, and those two just staring at me.
Who?
Hey, last week's interview worked out better, I think, because of that.
No. That is not what happened last week. Here's what happened.
Go watch it. Go watch it, and then you tell us.
Somebody dug into their gummies
for
the show.
I didn't this time, and thank God because I was interviewing myself.
Was that the 1,000?
Oh shoot!
Yeah. That was when like on the HorrorWithSirSturdy, he was just laughing. It was hilarious.
That was funny.
Nothing worse than when a guest just doesn't show up. That sucks. So unprofessional.
It is disappointed in you, Colin.
People don't take us podcasters as serious as they should.
But
that's why I don't take anybody else seriously. Just whatever the fuck I want.
What did you think of this movie? Before we're about to dive into the ratings, but what did you think of this? I know you were listening to Convo.
He loves it.
So at the time, my cousin was dating Alex Vincent from the Child's Play franchise. So when this movie came out, like Cult of Chucky had just come out. So this movie just like was very unnecessary. So the first time I watched it, I absolutely hated it. I watched it a second time, and I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. It's got some good ideas. Like, there's some stuff here that's fascinating that could be in a better movie. We got the better movie. It was called Megan. They did a good thing. I'm glad they didn't continue this because we got Chucky on TV, and that's way better than this could ever dream of being. But I mean, the movie's fine. It's fine. Just don't look at it as a Chucky movie, and you see it more as a precursor to what we got with Megan, and the movie's fine.
But I think that's the thing, though, for me, and I agree with you on that. I think and that's what I was kind of saying. Hey, Liz, for me, I think the fact that they made it a Chucky movie hurt this movie, and because they had to make it look like Chucky, or they didn't have to, but they wanted to make it look like Chucky in some variation or something, and it's unbelievable. Like I said, like when it has a killer soul in it, you're like, yeah, this thing's gonna stop at nothing. But when it's AI, it's like, okay, like we were talking about Alexa before. Alexa's not going to jump from across the room and kill me, even if it could. Like, it's just not going to. Sturdy, didn't you say to me during the early one today, you're like, Do you think Chucky would kill you? I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, when we were talking about, I know what I said was,
I don't at all.
if Chucky came alive, I'd just send my child and Chucky down there with you. Let you handle that.
I would just grab him by the back of his little overalls that are adorable, and watch as he's running, and I'm holding him in the air, and just slam him into the wall.
I said the same thing. I'll fucking pot him like a football kicker.
You know, I'll just listen to him scream, "Ah, let me go! I'm Charles Lee Ray!" And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, at this point with Chucky, I don't want to see anybody doing it except for Mancini. But on top of that, I mean, that wasn't even the most unrealistic thing about this movie. Me trying to believe that Aubrey Plaza loved her son in this movie is the biggest stretch. Because, oh my God,
I said the same thing. I was like, this is terrible.
Hated her child. Like, she was wrongly cast in a mother role because she's playing the quote unquote bitchy version of Aubrey Plaza, which she plays in a lot of movies. She played it up for one of the award shows, so she knows that's her character. That does not work when you're supposed to be a loving mother. That was the thing about this movie that pissed me off the most. Is like Aubrey Plaza, if she started killing her son, I'd believe that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I agree with you. I agree wholeheartly with that because, and I said this to you earlier, Sturdy. I'm like, this mom sucks. Like, in fact, I remember when she was like she was hanging there, like, you know, and they're set it the way Chucky had set it up. I was like, the only reason I want her to survive is so Andy doesn't feel bad. I don't care about her. She's a terrible character. In fact, I think her dying would be better for Andy too.
And I don't blame her because they obviously wanted Aubrey Plaza to play what Aubrey Plaza does. So yeah, that's just it. Wrong casting all over the place on that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I watched Park and Rec, and I got a thing for her.
No, she's great. She's great in the right role. She's fantastic. Scott Pilgrim. I love her in Scott Pilgrim.
I mean, she should probably only play Precious's mom. That's about as good of a mom as she gets.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, she don't look like a mother. Yeah,
not at all. There's nothing motherly about her in this movie at all.
No.
I said that
she's annoyed that the kid exists.
Yeah, the whole movie. It's like, oh,
yo, when she's about to get taken down in the hall living room area, whatever fucking room that is. Her son walks in. She's like, "You're home early."
It really is. This that dropped. All right, that dropped my rating a bit.
It just dropped mine too. I just went on a rant.
That is understandable, Liz, but she still wasn't motherly though.
I think she was like depressed single mom, and I get that, and I get being the stressed single mom and whatnot. I do, but I thought that was even played better by Seventh Heaven mom in the first one in the original. Where it's just kind of like you're stressed, like she was stressed with Andy, but she could tell she loved him. She was still protective of him. I never got the protective feel. And when you take that out, that's not stress. That's not like a good mom would still be, a good mom would not show the annoyances, would not those things like that. So it just like she really dug in. And in fact, when the kid walked in and the indignant boyfriend asshole, and she like looked annoyed, like, "What are you doing? You're home early." Like, what does that matter? You're the ones making out in the kitchen. I understand alone time, but like that dude don't live here.
Yeah, no, she's the more of the "I hate my child, you ruined my life" kind of mom.
True.
Should have never mind. Don't say that, Sturdy.
Well, technically she did because she got a doll for him that was supposed to go back.
Yeah, she stole that shit.
Yep.
No back alley thing. Right at work. Both right at work.
Well,
and she played off like she bought it too. Oh, it's broken. I'll bring it back. I'll return it. Like, bitch, how are you gonna return it to the trash?
That's like a gaslighting mom.
Yeah, it is.
It's so bad.
Mom. Oh man, she.
I mean, Ron's Wrong got it better than this movie. Ron's Gone Wrong.
You're right. You're 100% right. I liked Ron's Got Wrong, so I'm all for it. But dude, I don't know, man. I like this. Now I'm kind of bugged by this movie.
Mark Hamill did a fine job. Chucky just looked awful.
Well, Mark Hamill always does amazing though. But yeah, the Chucky that is a big thing with this movie, and I just again, you call it something different, you make him look different, so you're not trying to make him look like an AI melted. I don't know what the hell.
I don't see. That's the thing. I disagree. I don't think the look was bad. It's just not a believable killer. Like it was more believable when he could control the other AI elements.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was actively, they're trying to pass this off as a slasher at 1st
Mhm.
and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
do
it's
like
just,
the end. I like the end sequence of this movie in the store with him controlling all the AI stuff. I thought that was cool.
yeah, that was
Like
the
his
only-
ET,
yeah, that was the only logical-
ET phone's home finger.
His ET finger, yeah. Chucky with the ET finger.
That's fair.
But still, yes, I'm
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
going to go see that when it comes out.
I want to see that
Very-
too.
I'm
Yeah,
going to be reviewing that for sure.
that
Oh, hell yeah, definitely.
I seen the trailer on accident, and that trailer was,
Was it good?
especially at the end.
Don't tell me anything.
I was like,
I
at the
didn't
end of
see
the
it.
trailer, I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be a cool scene.
No, just the end of the. Oh, you didn't watch the trailer. That's
No,
right.
no,
You
no,
hate
no.
trailers.
I
Yeah,
usually
well,
don't watch
even
trailers either, but I was like, I didn't know. I got like, I didn't see where it first started, so I didn't know it was a trailer for a movie. When I looked over, I was like, just paying attention. I was like, the fuck is this? Then I was like, oh fuck, it's a movie. God damn it. I was like, oh. Then I watched the damn thing. So, but it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
Accidentally
yeah.
kept watching.
Hell yeah. You got. We're going to see what is it? Frankenstein something. That
Oh,
comedy
Lisa
horror,
Frankenstein.
that one next weekend, and there's another one coming out next weekend. I forgot what it's called though.
And these are all in the theater.
The Frankenstein one is actually they both are, and then there's another one I don't remember what it's called. My wife sent it to me earlier.
I've
So only
never
on
heard of
Reboot.
this movie. When the fuck did this was announced?
I mean, it's been coming for a while, but
Yeah,
What is it? The niece? What'd you say?
Lisa Frankenstein.
The niece of Frankenstein?
The Lisa.
Lisa
Oh.
Frankenstein.
Like,
Oh, I thought you said the niece of. I'm like, who the fuck is she?
From
Okay.
Zelda Williams.
did we do our ratings for this?
I'm
No.
about to do that
Oh,
right
shit.
now.
No, I like the conversation. So
Yeah, I know. That's what's getting me steering away from doing these shits. Jason.
My rating, I should have watched this today. I was going to, but my rating on this movie, I'm gonna go with a 4, just because of Mark Hamill, and I think the end sequence is cool. And there's another death or two in the movie that I thought was pretty cool. But the movie would have been more realistic if Chucky was trying to help Andy defend himself against his mother.
or twisting Andy in some way. That's a cool element too. I like that. You know, yeah, like if he was pushing it, but that would have been a really cool element. I kind of wish they did do that. This one I was going to give it a 5. I think I'm going to go with a 4.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay, but there's some elements to it that just make it really unbelievable, which is weird because the original, of course, had voodoo.
I'm also at a 4. I just
4?
thought it was okay. I'm like, I prefer the originals once again. So, yep.
All right.
Agree.
I'm at a 4 as well. Didn't
shit.
hate it. I did think it was, like I said, I liked it more than I thought I would. Like thinking back and looking back at it, but it still didn't really like get there for me. And again, change the title, change the look. That right there would help some. But of course, there's more you can do with the story and all that other shit.
Yeah, all the Chucky movies in the original timeline are better than this. Even the bad one. The Seed of Chucky.
Even
is
the
my
bad
least
one,
favorite,
yeah.
but I would
Yeah.
say I like it more than this.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch it before I can confirm that. I haven't seen those in years, besides the original 3.
I gotta watch Megan now just to see how much better it is than Chucky.
It is, but I mean,
It's
they
done
had
right. I think it's the done right version of this.
But I mean, I guess they got to see what not to do, you know? Like they got to like, oh shit, we better not do this. Don't do this at all.
Yeah.
Let's improve. Let's take some of the good from this and improve on it, because they definitely did take some good from that and improve on it. And
I agree
yeah.
with Liz. Megan was just good. Megan was fun. It was good. I think it was believable in the killing.
Mhm.
Even that, like, I think I do like that end sequence, but it doesn't match the rest of the film in tone. It just ramps up real fast. I think it takes away from it.
Do you think, for you guys, here's another question. Do you guys think it would have been better, because you're saying how he doesn't look like a killer, and Jason's talking about how he loves the end sequence, how he was taking like control and everything. If like throughout the movie, instead of him like killing little by little, he's just having little things, like say it starts with maybe the TV turning on and off or some shit like that or whatever, just doing little shit like that, like little mischievous shit like that, and then maybe to the point to where maybe because remember when he was watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 with him, when he grabs the knife and he's doing this because he's seen the kids all laughing and shit.
Yeah.
But because of all that, maybe he thinks, okay, maybe I can hurt somebody with one of these toys. They'll think this is cool or this is funny. And he goes and hurts someone or kills someone damn near with some AI type of thing. And he's never doing it hands-on. It's him controlling some AI type of thing, whether it be the fucking vacuum somehow or just anything.
That, you know what? That would have been.
Well, yeah, I'm saying different title and everything, but
Yeah.
just doing it.
But you could even call it Chucky, but have it like in a twist of like what Jason was saying about like him sort of twisting Andy by using AI, maybe. Even something like that, like what you're saying. I feel like you could take it to a point where, yeah, he's using the AI to kind of control these situations, but like maybe it's ramping up. Maybe it's these kids that he's hanging out with and learning from, and they are those fail kids and they like seeing people hurt. And that's why every time he's like, well, oh, they're upset with that one. I must not have done enough. And watch as he grows strategically, trying to kill more and more.
I like that. Or because of the whole technology thing of it, you can always have, just for the specific doll, somebody's controlling the doll. You know what I mean? Like someone from their own home, their own computer is the one that's actually making the doll do everything it does and say everything it says. Just they're the one controlling it. And you have that, and then you don't find that out till the end of the movie. And then you find out that this person was controlling a bunch of dolls, and there's a bunch of this crazy shit happening, maybe in different cities, and then boom.
Yeah.
Because you could do, I know I'm only saying that because you can go so much with the technology route with this technology shit, because they were doing it in this. And again, I like the way that they used technology in this. I just hate how they rushed it. I hate how they rushed it. I hate how they didn't use it enough. But I like how they did at least try and have some ideas with it. I think that was a good start. But again, if they could have just did things little by little throughout this whole movie, just him controlling things, turning the TV on and off, turning the TV, like when his mother tells him to go to bed, instead of Chucky going back out there in the 80s and turning the TV on, he just does it AI version, turning the TV on. Or something like that. Or turns it up so he can hear it because he wants to hear what they're watching. But, you know, the mom turns it down because she's, you know, you got to go to bed and all that shit. Something.
Just keep kind of getting him in trouble, goading it a bit.
Yeah, little by little, or whatever the case may be. Because at the same time, though, Chucky always wants to, in the beginning, which I do like how he wants to protect Andy all the time. So that would have been a cool thing to see Chucky go after anybody that messed with Andy, even if he didn't kill him right away, including his mother. Like, say if she had to punish him or whatever, and he doesn't understand that, like, I'm the parent, I have to do this because he was wrong. He sees it as Andy being upset and being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But they did what they did. They did what they did.
They didn't put much thought into it, I feel.
I feel like it was kind of rushed, and they came out around the same time as when the series was being announced and getting ready to drop and all that too, which I'm sure they caught steam from there. And I know they caught a lot of hell from there, back and forth with the original creators and with this, with a lot of shit.
Because yeah,
I think that's why
just finished Cult, and they announced that they were going to follow up Cult with a series right around this time. And they're like, why do we need to have two Chucky franchises going at the same time? Oh yeah, the original team was not happy.
Rightfully so.
No, that's bullshit.
But again, a smarter thing to have done would have been to make if you're going to do that, if I'm going to try to pull from the success of Chucky with a doll, I'm going to create a whole different doll that's cool as shit. Nothing like Chucky, but maybe drop it around when that series drops, maybe right before or right after. Chucky's not the only doll around anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's
something like just, oh my God, it's so fucking easy as far as coming up with it. Jesus.
Horror fans are loyal. It would be like if they dropped the Nightmare on Elm Street remake around the same time they dropped Freddy vs. Jason. Like if they had come out around the same time, it would not. I mean, it would have gone over worse than it did. Obviously.
Yeah. But it's just, oh man, wow!
Yeah.
They could have really just, like, again, this movie's not terrible though. I didn't hate it at all, but just from this conversation, just thinking more and more, I'm like, there's so much more they could have done.
But the flaws shine. Like Megan doesn't have the flaws because Megan is something new.
It's different.
The flaws shine because you're limited to making a remake or a reboot. Or even calling it, that like you could have made a killer doll movie that was exactly this, maybe ditch the red hair, and because now it's not good guys, things like that, and it could be kind of a reimagination of it. But when you name it the same thing, like Jason said, horror fans are loyal, so they don't really want to fuck around with. Plus, it wasn't a property that was dead by any means. Like, if anything, the movies were getting better and better. So to do this is a slap in the face. So already you have your audience against you. And then you put out something that shows its flaws like this. It's just tough.
And that's funny that you mentioned that, because that's not something I even thought of, Mick, is like, it would have been different if we just had the first 3 original Chucky movies and that was it. And then this came out.
Yeah.
I think it would have been received better just because, oh shit, it's Chucky. Oh my God, it's something new. It's something different. It's Chucky. And I understand. And then on top of that, it's like, we haven't had it since the 90s. I can understand why they changed the story the way they did, which I still do. But I'm saying more people can grasp onto that because, it's 2019. We have the technology and all that shit. And this is what the kids are going to watch. You're going to want to try to get the younger generation into this, the younger adults into this.
Yeah.
So I understand.
If they had rebooted after Seed, that would have been one thing. But they technically already rebooted Chucky with Curse of Chucky, where they took it more down the horror route again. So we had just had it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like that's a great point too. Is like you rebooted it, and your fans were into it, which your fans also never left.
But again, the original creators aren't the ones that were making the new Chucky, the AI Chucky, though.
The executives that own that property knew what they were doing,
which is why
double dip.
Which is why none of the Chucky properties use Child's Play anymore, because Universal owns the name Child's Play.
I mean, I think that was better for them, though.
Me too.
Yeah, once you changed it from Child's Play, it opened them. Like, calling that Bride of Chucky was probably the most ingenious way to evolve that entire thing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, when you talk about these movies, people call it Chucky anyway in conversation. Oh, yeah, I just watched Chucky. I just watched the Chucky movie.
Chucky 1, Chucky 2, yeah.
And shit, why the fuck aren't they called Chucky? Honestly, fuck. Hey, you dropped the ball on that. Oh, well.
Okay, horror death match. Who would win in a fight, Megan or Chucky?
Oh, Megan would fuck Chucky.
Megan would fuck.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see the movie.
Like I'm saying, Voodoo Soul Chucky, no chance.
The AI one,
the AI one, she'd fuck up. She would rip them apart.
Oh shit, she's that badass, huh?
I feel like not even that. I just feel like her technology would be better, where she would just control him and then have him be like her butler or some shit.
Be a bitch.
Yep.
All listings, Chucky will fuck up Megan.
I don't know if OG Chucky could beat Megan, but OG Chucky would give Megan a good fight. The reboot Chucky would not give Megan.
Especially old school Chucky would cheat. He'll have fucking Tiffany come flying over top ropes, jumping on the back of Megan. I mean,
all right, so but you have the thing with this though is you have old school Chucky and the new school Chucky, and then you have Megan, right? Old school Chucky, let's just use from the cult where he can grab all the dolls.
No, but he also has human ingenuity. He has the power of thought like humans. So he can be cunning and he can go around. Now AI can know everything, but what's always the rule when it comes to AI? So like the human ingenuity is what's going to beat it out, because we can go places it can't go. You know, in terms of thinking and not, I mean, we're going to be challenged, and especially in this day and age, but
yeah.
You know,
But it would be interesting. It would be interesting because then you can go with the whole aspect of what you just said there, with Chucky being able to control multiple dolls, with the voodoo shit, with the AI Chucky being able to control anything Orion. But then again, Meg can control fucking any type of technology that's connected to her.
I need a call back for Chucky. So you know how the first couple, the voodoo stuff, he had to do that chant. There's a long ass chant. Thunderstorm, lightning storm came. Took forever, right? When did it evolve in where he just has to touch something and it fucking happens? There's no more. Oh my,
I remember him saying the word.
He still does it.
Yeah, he does it in the show too. Yeah.
Oh, then Megan will fuck him up. He won't have time to finish that thing to get to another down.
I don't know. I feel like with it.
Yeah, she would. Yo, I can't wait for you to watch that movie, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that, James, because that shit.
I gotta check it out. Maybe
I'll
watch it tomorrow.
Rewatch. It's something I want to rewatch. As a matter of fact, I think it's something that needs to be brought up.
Bella.
I did see that. What's up with the fucking weird dance? Why is everybody got to do like a TikTok dance or something? They're putting it in movies now to get viral. That dance went viral on TikTok, man.
That viral bullshit, because the kids will do it, because everybody
will
do
viral right now on SirSturdy. Ow!
I don't understand it. It was so
fucking
fucking weird.
Fuck up your shoulder like James.
I banged my hand on my goddamn table. Did James?
No, neither one of us did.
Oh, I forgot.
You didn't watch Lord of the Flies ever?
I keep forgetting. Liz keeps.
Did you read the book?
Time. In school, long time ago.
All right. Liz, listen.
I keep forgetting. Liz, sorry.
We're gonna get to that, and we're gonna have a review for you for that. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be me, James, Mick, and I'm throwing Jason.
He's just inviting people, making them go. It's gonna be
we're all gonna watch at certain times, and we're gonna give our review for it for you, because this is ridiculous. You've been asking for this for like the past 6 months, if not longer.
I know.
For James to watch this damn movie, and that's it. So now we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna review it for you.
We should review it, but we should dress up like the kids in the movie.
Okay.
I gotta see what they're wearing.
Like fucking loincloths and shit. They go crazy.
If it looks anything slavish, I'm not doing it.
He said anything slavish.
Yeah, slave attire. I'm not doing it.
I mean, that's not fair.
Listen,
they're kids that are stranded on a desert island.
There's
going to be kind of torn up, tattered clothes. And that can be associated with anybody of certain type of, and not just slaves. I don't want to hear it. Listen. I'm high. This is a bad hill to stand on. But I'm going to tell you. No. I'm not going to tell you. You know why? Because I forgot what we were talking about. Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies.
If one of the outfits is a leaf with vines, over your junk, I'm calling that one. That's me.
It's more okay. What am I going to compare this to? Lost. It's like season 2 of Lost with their clothes.
Oh, so just ripped up jeans and
yeah. Shit. Like they were like English school kids, so it was like, whatever.
So pretty much the
so wearing their tie still, but really loose, and their fucking shirts are ripped.
No,
running around all dirty, like they rolled around in dirt.
They get tribal with it, but yeah, they still have clothes on.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fucked up.
They rip a t-shirt, they tie it around and make a headband.
I just think
they take mud, they put it on their cheeks.
Yeah, kind of.
Lord of the Flies.
Oh, they become the Lost Boys.
Oh, never mind.
Like Peter Pan.
There you go. Like the Peter Pan
and the Lost Boys.
Oh, by the way, they're making a Peter Pan horror movie.
They do not become. Oh, of course they are.
Hell yeah.
Of course they are. Oh yeah, they do get kind of loinclothy.
Same thing with fucking Bambi. Bambi's coming out horror movie.
God, come on, man.
I'm gonna watch it all.
I know watching it all, man.
I haven't watched Winnie the Pooh. I'm not going to watch.
Ruin my childhood. Please bring it on.
It's not. But that's the thing. I don't care. I want it in horror. I want it all, but I want it good.
Yeah.
It's hard. The thing is, it's hard. Hollywood never go on that, man. It's hard to do good. It has to be.
No, that's not
fucking-
true. There's plenty of indie. All you have to do is take your fucking time and not rush it, so that way everybody has every goddamn public domain property coming out at the same time, so they could be the first one.
I was just about to say that shit. I was just about to say everybody wants to be first. No, here's the thing with this shit too. I'm gonna watch I Love B horror movies, Liz. By the way, I do have a show for that now called Vision every Friday night at midnight, where we do indie movies, interviews, B movies, all that shit. A great cheese fest of just.
Sometimes you see me on it if I don't fall asleep.
He's old.
You'll never see me on it because I'm always sleeping.
Yep.
I'm too old.
Well, in fairness, when Vision started and Sturdy pitched it to me, it was, hey man, I think maybe once a month, every once in a while, I'll do a Vision at like midnight, watch a movie review. That's a great idea, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do one this Friday. Oh wow, that's quick. And then he did it, and then the next Friday it became a drug, and it's addicted now because I'm gonna do it next Friday too. How about next Friday and Saturday? I'm like, what? You're gonna murder me? I can't do that many. I can't even like fucking stay up to 10.
He's like, I don't
Take
need I'm just gonna podcast instead.
Listen, you got to find time to do it. You got to find time to dive into your passions, and I do it.
I did. I find time in the labs with you.
Exactly.
I create shows that don't require me to be on at midnight.
I had to bring it back. I had to bring back the late show from when I started in my early days of podcasting. And I mean, the guys I game with, they're up that fucking time anyway, and they like weird shit. So it just works.
I love it.
So did you cut out the gaming? Is the gaming gone?
I mean, I'll do that whenever though. Like whenever I feel like.
The other day on the scene snaps. We were doing terrible on the horror trivia.
Gravy?
I've
That's
heard
a
of it.
movie?
I didn't see it.
What the fuck is gravy?
Gravy. I'm trying to think of what it was about.
Potatoes?
No.
Sausage gravy, Sturdy. That's what they're talking about, not the mashed potato gravy.
Biscuits and gravy?
Yeah, or some SOS.
Can't wait to go to Pam's farmhouse when I go back down to Raleigh, North Carolina for Carolina Fear Fest. 5 years of fear. Come down Memorial Day weekend.
Nice.
I'll be there. Oh, it's a.
I'm gonna look it up because I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But Liz has good taste, so I'll
it's kind of like a Halloween movie.
So this is a Sturdo Vision type of film. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, this is the James Roday movie. Yes, we're okay. I have not seen it.
I've never heard of it.
I like James Roday, and I want to see this.
I love James Roday.
Nice, thanks, Liz. That's an awesome one. I'm gonna check that out because I'm a big Psych fan.
Yeah, he uses some of the people from Psych in that movie, I believe.
Yeah,
is that Precious
in it? Michael Weston, Sarah Silverman, Molly Ephraim, Gabourey Sibidi, Precious.
Precious.
Ironically, comes up again.
It's just that's the name just changed. The last name just changed to Precious.
Well, that's who she played.
Yeah, no, that's what I said too. I was like, is that Precious?
I can't get it right. Sid.
It's like a Kia. It's like a Kia berries or whatever. How the fuck Aka berries?
No,
I don't even know how to say that.
Gabourey is her first name, and then Sidibe. It's too fast. It's too many rhyming letters. Sidibe. Fuck. I'm in a loop now. I gotta go.
It's fine. She's gonna change her name to Precious for all of us, so it's easier.
Holy shit, dude! I like her. I liked her in Tower Heist. I thought she was funny.
So I liked her in the couple seasons of American Horror Story she was in.
She was good.
Oh yeah, she was in the Coven one, right?
Yeah,
she was in. I haven't seen that.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too. I didn't see them all. Don't get me wrong, so I can't judge on the whole series. But the Coven one, I really enjoyed that.
You want a horror rewatch podcast? You got to go with the Crypt Kickers.
The Crypt Kickers.
Jason's like, we're getting ready. He's like, I'm fine. Let's do this. I'll gear up.
I'm ready. I
Sounds
still
like-
got the box set. Let's go.
I don't even know
That
what
was our
that is.
rewatch podcast of Tales from the Crypt.
We recorded
nice.
2 episodes, 1 episode.
2.
Never aired.
Never aired. I
Wow.
could not. I didn't have it in me. I was dead.
Hey, man.
And now I'm even more dead, but now I want to do it.
It happens. It happens. We all have a lot of episodes that never made the air for one reason or another. Some just because your hard drive fucked up a couple
Or you
times.
forgot
and
to
you
hit
know,
record.
No, I've never done
Not
that.
on interviews.
I've done that too.
I've done it on Shemp interviews. That was funny.
On
I
the
was so
Shimp guy?
scared. I'm like, this is gonna murder me.
You talking about the guy who wrote the Shimp book?
No. Shamp.
Okay. Oh yeah.
See this here,
Oh,
people. This happens with podcasting. We fuck up too, but we keep going. We keep striving because we love it.
Hey, I had some great questions.
I believe you. I believe you.
Oh, Jesus. It's gonna be amazing.
Holy shit. We're going to wrap this one up soon, but before we do that, let me let you guys know what's coming up and what's out there. So, without further ado, make sure you go check out that review of Godzilla -1, black and white version.
My website, they still didn't post it. It's pissing me off, man.
That's how I seen it, and it was fucking...
I'm gonna have to go
Listen.
to the movies and watch it. Go to the
I'm not
theater.
going to tell you guys how it was. You want to find out, you can go here and watch that version, or you can go here and see it in color. I'm in color. You're in color. We're all in
Technically
color.
color. I forgot I put that.
I like it.
speaking,
Technically color. Black
speaking
and
of,
white.
I was watching Godzilla when I was in the ER last night.
I think I meant to write technical color. Technicolor.
They had it on TNT on
Work.
the TVs. They had Godzilla, King of the
Nice.
Monsters, and
It's a good one. I like the original Japanese version.
Yes.
like I said,
Oh,
the
it was beautiful.
originals.
Well, if you
Mostly
like it, we got
all
another
the way.
show going on right now.
Yes.
Or Hail to the King, 70 years of Godzilla, a film
Hail to the
retrospective. We are going over every Godzilla film each week. We are talking about going in depth more on it with reviews of each movie. We do like 3 movies at a
3
time.
movies per episode. Yep.
And then it's going to turn in, once we get to like the 2000s, it turns into like 2 episodes, 2 movies an episode. All the way up to Godzilla and X Kong, The New Empire. So that's out on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel now. The first 4 episodes.
Nice.
Yes. And then on Thursday, coming on back here for an Infinity Pool.
Watched that today. I
Wait,
watched that today.
I'd wait. I haven't seen it since theater, so I don't even really remember the movie too well. But I know it's going to be a good time.
I am not a big fan of cannibal movies. I don't like them. Yeah, they're just not. I'm not impressed by them. But the fact that you have Trevor coming on that show, I might need to watch this because I feel like I'm going to have a whole new respect for cannibal movies once he talks.
Yep. Yep. And I was like, I don't remember this movie too well. I just know leaving the theater, I did enjoy it, but I was like, what the fuck? I got to see this shit again. And I haven't watched it since. I watch too many fucking movies.
It's a
man.
fucking.
Not
It's a
too many. I
wild
watch a
one.
lot. I believe you. I can't wait to watch it again. I love Mia Goth. She's fucking phenomenal, and I'm so happy that she's. I mean, from what I've seen, everything I've seen her in is in horror, and I hope that she stays with that because I see her as. Honestly, I see her as legendary status if she sticks with horror and really, because she's fucking awesome. She's fucking awesome, and I love it.
It may not have. I'll tell you this. It
No.
may not have, Liz. And the reason I say that is I was told that's what it was. And again, it's not that I'm against it. It's just that if I hear that, I don't immediately gravitate towards it.
No, there was no cannibalism. There's a scene that it's like a whole bunch of it's like lights flickering. It's like a giant orgy type situation.
Is it the shunting?
And there's other shit that they're showing. So I don't know. Maybe someone's seen something that looked like cannibalism, but I don't think there's cannibalism in it.
Okay, cool. And listen, I like Mia Goth. I like that Skarsgård brother. He was good on Succession, and I like Tarzan. But
Just the movie itself, the story, the concept is crazy.
I believe it. Like, so I'll check that out. I just like even Bone Tomahawk. It took me a long time to get around to that because I was just like, I'm just not a cannibal guy. I'm not a gore porn
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
You know? So I don't jump on them as quick.
Oh, like Green Inferno and all those movies. Those
Yeah,
movies
it was like
fucking-
they passed me by, so I don't really review them and such.
watched those. I was like, Jesus Christ, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
What kind of movies, like horror wise, genre wise, do you guys kind of maybe like stay away from? Like, not because you're like shunning or anything, but like it's more like I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah, there was cloning involved, Liz. Yes. The genre that I less prefer, like let's see. Shit.
Probably that. I mean, more so in the vein of like Cannibal Holocaust type. That I would say that, and then the I don't want to say the R word. I don't think YouTube likes that, but the grape scenes, like what to the point to where it's like
I like that.
To the point to where it doesn't. I stole it from other podcasts. Thank you guys.
Oh.
Well, other content creators, everybody says it though. But no, to the point to where it's like it doesn't really fit the story. Like if it fits the story, I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I understand it. But if it doesn't fit the story, if it's just there just to be there and there's no like tie to it or something to pull from, you know what I mean?
You know what's funny you mentioned that because a lot of people talk about Irreversible and how that movie is disgusting. And I have a different perspective because I watched Irreversible, but I watched it in my cinematography class.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're watching this, he would stop it like every few minutes, not few minutes, I would say every like 10, 20 minutes, he would stop it. And we would talk about what we're seeing. And so we analyzed the hell out of that thing, but he didn't stop it the entire time through the grape scene. And we couldn't understand why. When we first saw it, we're like, all right. I didn't realize it was this type of movie or anything. But later, Jason. I realized it was this type of movie. So, and then you're watching it, and it's getting even more uncomfortable to the point where we're all in this class, like a bunch of us just being like, stop, just can you stop it? Like this is, and that's exactly the point of that scene. And so many people think it's meant to be a sexualized thing, and it's not. The whole point of that scene is designed to make men, specifically like Deliverance does, feel what it's like to grow from a point of like, okay, this is uncomfortable to completely downright scared, you know, and like disgusted and just want this to end.
Yeah.
So like those, to me, if you can tell a story like that, and that whole story is wrapped up in that one scene, the whole precipice for the beginning, middle, and the whole time is that scene and what happens there. So the beauty that goes into that is great storytelling and filmmaking. And that's why I appreciate it. But when I hear people like kind of lump that in with a lot of the crazy ones we see that are meaningless, I'm like, yeah, I was like, I put that up with Deliverance. I was like, that tells a tale, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, what was it? What did we review? Last House on the Left, and there was another one, Last House on the Lake or something. Some of these last fucking houses, man.
Yeah.
But that happened in both of those movies, but like the twist that happened after, it made it make sense as far as like the survival and all this other stuff and the revenge and all that, you know, just to where it made sense in the story. Now, was the story necessary for it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't remember what we said in the review. I don't remember the movies that well, but just to like, again, it wasn't just one of those things where it just happens and then nothing comes from it or nothing, like there's nothing. It's just like, come on. So movies like that.
I don't like grape scenes in movies when they are used as a scare tactic. That should never be used as a scare tactic. That should be used to push a story, so that way and to enhance the story. So that means that grape scene has to be tied in to the overall where we're going to end up.
Yeah,
what's going to happen? Like this has to be a precipice, MacGuffin almost. So if you treat it like it's just to scare you or make you feel uncomfortable, like The Hills Have Eyes or the Last House on the Left, I can actually pick apart a little bit more because I understand it does bring us to the point of how the parents react to it. So I think that matches. And even I Spit on Your Grave, or, you know, things like that. those types of movies in the 70s were trying to use it as a way of saying this exists, this has happened, this has been happening. But then there are others that sexualized it or treated it as such, as like, or trivial, or use it as a scare tactic, and that never works in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a crutch. It's bad writing.
But I mean, for the most part, though, I'll watch any horror movie. It's just
Me too.
I avoided.
I stay okay. Honestly, I stay away from like crime ones, like Purge.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Like they're good. Like if I watch them, I'm like not disappointed in it. It's just I see it, I'm like, nah, I'd rather go find like a paranormal or monster or something like that.
No, I'm with you on I'm with you on that too, James, to an extent, I guess, unless it has some sort of payoff or it feels like a horror movie. Because The Purge, like, yes, a Purge would be scary as shit. Don't get me wrong, but it feels more of as a thriller than it does as a horror, and or maybe a mix of both, but maybe leaning more towards like a thriller. I only watched the first one though, because I don't really. That was the only one that was enjoyable. The rest, like,
I would argue the first Purge is the best one.
So you
the first? No, wait, not the original. The first Purge,
like Strangers. Is that a horror movie or is that a thriller?
Okay,
The Strangers. That's a horror movie. That's straight up a horror movie.
So why is it different from the Purge?
Because the Purge is expected. The Strangers is
slashers. The Strangers is slasher. That's just like a psychological slasher movie. But the Purge, also a psychological horror movie, but to a different extent. It's more socioeconomic, sociological study of people, and you know, and how they would handle the situation. But I actually, I liked the Purge election year. I thought that was pretty good. It was more actiony. I liked Frank Grillo in it.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in the second one, but I liked his part I liked him in the second one, but I didn't love the second movie.
Okay.
I liked him in the third movie, and that had more of a story because it was building towards this woman who's running for president who wants to end the Purge, and she's gaining traction. People are really going for it. So there was like this whole like assassination plot to try and kill her, right? So I thought that was a cool element to add to the Purge. It's more direct of a story. It's not just this kind of like what's happening on this night. But I'll tell you, when you get to the first Purge and it takes place in Staten Island, and there's first of all, they hired a black director to step in with black stars and to make this a movie that was dealt with society and how we treat black people, how we treat impoverished people in this country. And I thought that was the best way to do it. And it took who was fantastic in the movie, the main character, well, not even the main character. It was actually, he was a side character who played like this ruthless drug dealer. Mm-hmm. He's the only one who could save the day and save the people.
Ooh.
But there's a reason for it. And I'm not going to give that up, but I do think that is a movie you would love to review. And I think that would change your tune on at least the idea of the Purge movies.
Interesting. You may have to take.
It's the best one out of all of them. I will say that, hands down. Then you got the Forever Purge, and that was just in the TV show.
Yeah, that just came out now, right?
A few years ago, yeah.
Take you up on that one. And Liz said some people don't like the torture porn like Saw. Oh no, I did enjoy the Saw franchise.
I like Saw. I like that torture where you got to play a game.
But that's different, though.
Yeah, it's a better story.
Yeah.
But it's also not a bunch of grape. It's just torturing physically and mentally, like people that are, I do like that. That was a fun.
Yeah.
Like Aaron, did you watch Hostile yet?
No.
Hostile.
I don't like either of them. I don't. That's the torture porn I don't like, because to me,
Hostile. Yeah, Hostile is like a more fucked up version of Saw. It's actually, well, not like Saw, but the torturing part I'm talking about the movie. The rest of the movie is crazy. It's like, I'll
have to check it out.
Torture porn. Yeah, it's like
there's 3 of them.
Is there a third Hostile? I didn't even know that.
Oh, I didn't know it either. I thought there's 2.
I don't like those though. I don't like when it's torture porn, all that stuff. Like that's the bullshit. Yeah. If I wanted to, I'll go work at WWE if I wanted to. That much depravity.
Yeah, the rich people
That's
are
a
paying.
free one for your SEO, Sturdy.
They take fucking
WWE.
tourists and fucking rich people pay
Hey.
to torture them.
Yeah.
Any way they want. It's fucked up
Wow.
thought because I see it could be real. It's a realistic scenario.
But so is the Purge in a way. Like, you know, there are
And the purge can happen. People are
No, I don't
joking
think
that
on that
in one
level
day it's
of-
going to happen. They're like, one
but
day the purge is going to happen.
here's the fucking thing that's fucked up. The Purge does happen. It exists already. It happens every day, every night in impoverished areas. That's it. So it's all the Purge was actually meant to do was bring to people who are higher up, because I'm not going to say it was white people. I know Sturdy wants to say that, but
I was going to say bring awareness.
I know I was kidding, but there's going to be a white joke in there at some point. I see your smile.
No,
so
right now. It's too
so
easy.
you get to the point where like that this is the movie that was supposed to show like all these mainstreamers who watch A24 horror movie types and things like that. Hey, this shit happens every fucking day, just not to you.
Yeah.
This is what it would look like to you. Like and I thought that was smart about the first movie. And then they went a fucking crazy direction in the second one. And yeah, that's why it was eventually going to die anyway. But that first Purge movie, in fact, they had to make the fourth one the first Purge to actually back up what they were trying to say with the first one. Like, this is actually what's happening every fucking night, idiots. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. I thought they were smart. You know, it was a smart take on certain things.
I may have to check that one out. The first Purge.
I will come on that review. I like that movie a lot. I think it's the best one.
See how Sturdy feels about that. We'll see though. I think it'd be a good idea. But you know what else is a good idea, people, is to make sure you Alexa, remind me to watch Horror with Sir Sturdy every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern time on YouTube. Thank you. So you guys don't forget. And also check out Popcorn and Pints this Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Part 5 and Part 5 of Star Wars and Star Trek movies. Do I know which ones? Of course not. I'll know the day of. Don't worry. When we're talking about them. Mick knows, and he's just boiling inside. Like, oh my goodness, he should know this by now.
It's Rogue One.
So it's
that's right, because I did watch Rogue One last week. Or I meant to watch, but
it's Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier.
Final Frontier
versus Rogue One.
There's
a very clear, concise winner in this one.
Yes, there is.
The last 10 minutes of one of these movies is the clear and concise winner of everything.
Oh shit! I didn't watch Star Trek yet.
That ain't what I'm talking about.
But yeah. So we're gonna get out of here, though, people. I'll make sure you tune into the scene stumps for the Godzilla that we're doing over there as well. I know we mentioned it earlier, but yeah,
new episode of the podcast out now.
And just a reminder, people, this is also out now. Sturdy and Mick reviewed Godzilla.
Yeah, it is.
-1. Go check that out. And we're going to leave. Everybody have a great night. Liz, greatly appreciate you popping in here. And we're going to make sure we get that Lord of the Flies movie done. I don't know when, but it will be in 2024. That's the best I can say.
That's all we can promise.
But everybody have a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next.